Good morning, students. Dear students, we are learning about the second phase of India's national movement in history. Second phase, it means the second period. The period started from 1905 to and ended in 1915. Okay. So 1915 to 1905 to 1915. So the assertees, they lead the Indian National Congress and the national movement. So it was one of the second phase of India's national movement. Second phase. And already we have learned about the three different periods of India's freedom movement. Period of the early nationalists or the first phase, second phase or the period of the assertees, and the third phase or the Gandhian era. So please remember Gandhian era. Gandhian era we will learn. Already we have learned about the assertees. They were so called because they had a different outlook that advocated active resistance to British imperialism. Okay. They were so called because they had a different outlook that advocated active resistance to British imperialism. They resisted. Okay, they were not like the early nationalists. Okay, who were the assertees? A question. Assertees were a group of leaders in the Indian National Congress from 1905 to 1915. They lead the Congress and the national movement. They were a group of leaders. Already we have learned Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal, Lala Lajpat Rai were the three prominent leaders of this group. Okay, we will learn about the contributions of these three leaders. Before that, okay, shortly we will learn about the causes for the rise of assertive nationalism. There were a number of causes for the rise of this group of leaders in the national movement. Okay, so we have learned now. So 1885 to 1905, the early nationalists, they led the Congress. They failed. So failure of the early nationalists was one reason for the rise of assertive nationalism. The first group of leaders failed. They could not achieve their main objective. That was the, already we have learned now, a self-government within the British Empire was the most important objective of the early nationalists. A self-government within the British Empire. Okay. So please self-government within the British Empire. So they could not achieve this one. They failed. So in their place, okay, there was the emergence of another group of leaders, that was the assertees. Another reason, recognition of the true nature of the British rule. Okay, this group of leaders, okay, or what we can say, so the assertees, okay, realized recognized the true nature of the British rule. Okay, one reason, and also another one, worsening economic conditions. Worsening economic conditions of India, another reason. Already we have learned about the revolt of 1857. The economic policies of the Britishers were the most important reason for the great uprising of 1857, economic policies. And then we have learned, after the revolt of 1857, there was a growth of national movement, freedom movement, and we have learned again the economic exploitations or the economic policies of the Britishers were the major reason for the growth of nationalism. Okay, so what do you mean by the financial condition or the economic condition? So there was large scale unemployment, there was no industrial growth, there was no agricultural growth, so the economy of our country was in a critical stage, so worsening economic conditions. Okay, one reason, okay, for the rise of this group of leaders, and again growing consciousness among Indians, a growing consciousness among the Indians, and then need for mass action. What do you mean by mass action? Mass action means, okay, participation of more people in the national movement. Okay, another reason, influence of international events. There were some events in the world, and these events influenced the leaders, and the growth of education and unemployment. We know what is unemployment. Okay, here the reason for the rise of this group of leaders in the national movement was the growth of education and unemployment. Okay, growth of education. The number of educated Indians increased considerably by the close of the 19th century. Large numbers of them were employed in the administration on low salaries, while many others faced unemployment. Their grievances made them look critically at the nature of the British rule. These educated, low-paid or unemployed Indians became followers of assertive nationalism. So, as a result of the growth of education, so many people, okay, they qualified, but they had no job opportunities. So, what happened? They joined the national movement to change their condition. Okay. Another reason, ill treatment of Indians in abroad. Ill treatment means very bad treatment, we can say, bad treatment. Okay. And the existence of a national school of thought. School of thought means a set of ideas or opinions that a group of people share about a matter. Okay. These were the various reasons for the rise of, okay, that assertive nationalism. And also one more, repressive policies of Lord Curzon. Already we have a Lord Curzon. Who was Lord Curzon? Lord Curzon was a viceroy, and during his tenure, so he divided Bengal into two, East Bengal and West Bengal. Already we have in the previous video. Please remember that. What was the reason suggested by Lord Curzon or the Britishers for the partition of Bengal? And according to the Indian leaders, what was the real reason for the partition? So please remember, Lord Curzon and his repressive policies were the most important reason for the rise of Lord Curzon's 7-year rule in India was full of repressive measures. He refused to organize India as a nation. He was not in favor of giving freedom to India because he believed that the English were destined to rule over India. Therefore, he took several repressive measures to crush Indian nationalism. Lord Curzon was a very cruel viceroy, a very rough administrator. So during his tenure, with a view to counter the growth of freedom movement, he took a number of measures, and these measures were very, very repressive. Okay. This included the Act of 1898, which made it an offense to provoke people against British. Okay, he introduced an act in 1898, and according to, which made it an offense to provoke people against the British. The Calcutta Corporation Act in 1899, which reduced the strength of the elected members from India, thereby giving the British a majority. The Official Secrets Act to control the newspapers, and the Indian Universities Act of 1904, which imposed strict official control over the Indian universities because Curzon considered them as the centers of nationalism. All these measures created resentment in India. So one of the most important reasons for the rise of this group of leaders in the Indian national movement was the policies introduced by Lord Curzon, the Viceroy. We have learned now his repressive policies. He was totally against the Indians, an anti-Indian Viceroy. And during his tenure, so Lord Curzon introduced a number of policies. For example, the Universities Act, in order to control the universities. For the strict control over the universities, he introduced the Universities Act because, according to him, universities were the centers of national movement. Okay. And finally, Partition of Bengal. Already we have learned Partition of Bengal. So, okay, where the reason for the rise of assertees. Okay. So, please remember these reasons. And now, their main objective of the assertive nationalists. The main objective of the assertive nationalists was the immediate attainment of Swaraj. This means complete independence and not just self-government as in the colonies of Australia and New Zealand, etc. So what was the main objective of the assertive nationalists? So please remember, attainment of complete independence or Purna Swaraj was the most important objective of the assertive leaders, assertive group. Attainment of complete independence. Okay. Immediate attainment of the Swaraj or the complete independence or Purna Swaraj. So please remember this one. What was the main objective of the early nationalists? Attainment of self-government within the British Empire was the most important objective of the early nationalists. Attainment of self-government within the British Empire was the most important reason for the objective of the early nationalists. And here, okay, immediate attainment of Purna Swaraj or complete independence was the most important objective of the assertees. Most important objective. Okay, and then we will learn about the methods of the assertive nationalists in order to achieve their objective. So, what were the methods followed by this group of leaders? Okay, this group of leaders. Okay, so the main focus of the assertive nationalists was to get a larger share for Indians in the administration of their country and to end Britain's economic exploitation. Their main focus, no? Okay. So they demanded a larger share in the administration, larger share of the Indians. They demanded to the British government inclusion of more Indians in the administration and also end Britain's economic exploitation in India. They believed that these objectives could not be realized without pressure, tactics, and some sort of direct action. Direct action means, okay, strikes and everything, direct actions, okay. Hence, they adopted the policy of non-cooperation and resistance to unjust acts of the British government. They gave new slogans to the national movement like non-cooperation, passive resistance, mass agitation, self-reliance, etc. Okay. So this group of leaders gave a number of slogans to the people of India. The methods adopted by them can be grouped into 4 categories. So here it is according to the revised syllabus, no? According to the revised syllabus, so objectives and methods of the struggle of the assertees. Objective already we have an objective. Okay, objectives plural. What was the main objective? And the other objectives. Main objective we have an and other objective. They demanded more share in the administration. They demanded the British government to include more Indians in the administration. Another objective. Then another objective was end of British economic exploitation in India. Objectives. Okay, and in order to achieve these objectives, so the methods of the methods followed with assertees. First one, Swadeshi. Please, Swadeshi, we know Swadeshi. Swadeshi means producing necessary items in one's own country, okay, without using, in one's own country and using them for one's use without being dependent on imported goods. The Swadeshi idea was popularized by occasional bonfires for foreign cloth, salt and sugar. Swadeshi is a very good method. No? According to them, no, Swadeshi. What was Swadeshi according to other assertees? Producing necessary items in one's own country and using them for one's use without being dependent on imported goods. If we all are ready to follow Swadeshi, it will improve the Indian industries. Okay. I mean, for example, Swadeshi, people are demanding Indian goods only. People are demanding Indian goods only. That is what we are Swadeshi. We are depending our own goods. We are not depending foreign goods. Swadeshi, that is Swadeshi. If there is a drive of Swadeshi, certainly it will help the development of Indian industries in order to satisfy the demands, the needs of the people. Okay, we can start more industries. An example, in the automobile field, Tata Motors. Now more people are demanding Tata's vehicle. Swadeshi, an example I am saying. Okay, Swadeshi, an example only, Swadeshi. The Swadeshi idea was popularized by occasional bonfire. What do you mean by bonfire? Large open fire as a symbol of their protest. They burned the foreign goods in public places. Okay, and now boycott. Swadeshi and boycott are two sides of the same coin. Tilak said, when you accept Swadeshi, you must boycott foreign goods. Economic boycott of British goods and the use of Swadeshi was designed to encourage Indian industries and provide the people with more opportunities for employment. Okay. It also proved as a most effective weapon for harming British interests in India. So boycott, no. Okay, what is the meaning? Boycott, rejection of foreign goods we can say boycott. According to here, is the contest meaning boycott. Swadeshi and boycott. If you are following Swadeshi, certainly you have to follow boycott also. No, you have to boycott foreign goods. Okay, Swadeshi and boycott. That is why he said, Tilak said, Swadeshi and boycott. When you accept Swadeshi, you must boycott foreign goods. According to Lala Lajpat Rai, we decided to turn our faces away from Government House and turn them to huts of people. This is the spiritual significance of the boycott movement. According to Lala Lajpat Rai, a great leader from Punjab, we will learn about him afterwards. He said, we decided to turn our faces away from Government House and turn them to huts of people. It means they decided to work with the people. Okay. The spiritual significance of boycott movement. Swadeshi and boycott. Okay, we have learned about the two methods, and there were two more methods: national education, passive resistance, that we will learn afterwards. Okay, here please remember the main objective and the other objectives and the method is followed by the assertees. Swadeshi, boycott. What is the meaning of Swadeshi and what is the meaning of boycott? And in the next video, we will learn about the remaining methods of the assertive national education, passive resistance. Okay, so please revise and learn the syllabus. Lessons. We will complete the syllabus within few months, because board has revised the syllabus, no? According to the revised syllabus from this lesson, no? Okay, we have already learned the partition of Bengal. Objectives, we have learned objectives of the assertees and now methods. Then one more point is remaining that we will complete within few videos. Okay, thank you.